Hey, well, welcome back to Everyday Faith, day number 3. We're continuing on our theme of renewal. And if this has been helpful for you, if this has been encouraging so far, leave a comment. Let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback and your thoughts and how you're applying this. You can comment on our YouTube channel or right here on the Faithbox app if you're watching there. So just let us know how it's going. And we're in Ephesians chapter 2, verse 3 today. And it says this: all of us used to live that way, following the passionate desires and inclinations of our sinful nature. By our very nature, we were subject to God's anger, just like everyone else. And then here's what the devotional says. Do you ever look at an older photo of you and think to yourself, I can't believe that was me? Or I can't believe I used to wear those kind of clothes. In a similar way, this is what happens when a person accepts Jesus into their life as their Lord. When you came to faith in Jesus Christ, God looked at the old you and declared that's who you used to be. Through the power of Jesus, we are transformed and made new. This occurred at the moment of faith, but because our sinful nature still lingers around, God continues to make us new and transform who we are becoming. It can be a process for sure, but the hope we maintain is that as we continue to be renewed through Jesus, we can look back at our old selves and say, I can't believe that's who I used to be. Now, I don't know about you, but this is super relevant to me. In fact, I'll share a photo of me from like my probably middle school years, and you can laugh. It's okay. I'm not going to be offended. But when I look at this photo, I think to myself, like, how in the world, like, who is that kid? And I can't believe my hair looked like that. I can't believe, that was what I thought was cool or whatever. And thank God I'm not like that anymore. Thank God I don't look that way anymore. Don't have my hair kind of split like down the middle or parted in that way. So it's totally relevant, but it's also relevant for me spiritually. And I realize, I'm not exactly where I want to be. I'm not, in the spot that I thought I'd be. But I also recognize that I'm not who I used to be. And the reason I'm not who I used to be is because of God's renewal, is because of the process and the transformation that's taken place in my life through Jesus and through the Holy Spirit as I've continued to follow along and I continue to, do my best to see what God is leading me toward and take steps toward that in faith. And as I've done that, I realized that who I am today at 33 years old is different than who I was at 28. And it's different than who I was at 23. And I'm so grateful for that because when I look at the 23-year-old version of myself, I realized that there were some things I loved about that person, but there was a lot of room for that kid, that young man, to grow up and to mature and to become someone that I could be proud of. And I still feel that way about myself now, but it's like it says, I'm not who I used to be. But I realize that this process, like in the last paragraph says, the hope we maintain is that as we continue to be renewed through Jesus, we can look back on our old selves and say, I can't believe that's who I used to be. And so I'm grateful for that. I'm thankful for this process of renewal. And I'm super appreciative that I don't have that same haircut. We'll see you back here tomorrow.